What up, peeps? Welcome back to Sway Vlogs. It's your boy Sway coming at you with another video where we compare the lifestyle of the US to the lifestyle here in Spain from an American's point of view, living in this beautiful country. And if that interests you and you want to learn more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell to be notified when I drop the latest and the greatest. And on today's episode, it's going to be a touchy subject, y'all. We're going to be talking about the COVID-19 vaccine. Am I for it? Am I against it? Pros, cons, how it is in Spain to how it is in the States. How accessible is it in Spain to how accessible is it in the US, and how we are going about being vaccinated here in Spain compared to how people are being vaccinated back in the States. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, so pretty much everyone I know back in States has been vaccinated with the first dose already, and they're going for the second vaccine so they can be complete and they can be vaccinated and pretty much be immune to the COVID-19 that's been hitting the world for the last year and a half. Here in Spain, out of everybody that I know, only one person has gotten the first dose of the vaccine and is still waiting to receive the second dose of the vaccine, and I highly doubt she'll get it anytime soon. Things here in Spain, like I've always said it, move really slow. I'm talking super mega slow. So in some places I've heard in states you can find a vaccine like in a CVS pharmacy or Walmart pharmacy or just any pharmacy in general. You can go get a vaccine. I've also heard people, really young people, get the vaccine, 18, 19-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 23 years old, they get the vaccine. While here in Spain, they're only vaccinating the people that are over 55 years of age. Now, I don't get why they're not vaccinating, like the waiters and the waitresses and the people who are face to the public, because that's their job. They have to face the public every single day. If you work in a restaurant, if you work at the mall, if you work in the store, in a retail store or a grocery store, you are talking to people on a daily basis and you're pretty much touching everything they're touching. So why not give them the vaccine? So I have heard some stories here in Spain that some people that work in the grocery stores have gotten the first dose of the vaccine. Other people say they haven't gotten it. Other people saying it's based on age or seniority on the company and stuff like that. I know for a fact that teachers have gotten the vaccine because my little boy told me, hey, my teacher didn't come to school today because she went to take the vaccine of the COVID-19, etc., etc. So things here in Spain are not so great with the vaccine like it is back at home. But before we get into the whole topic of why is it so hard here in Spain to get the vaccine to why is it so easy in the States, let's talk about why the vaccine. Am I for it? Am I against it? What are my thoughts? What are my point of view on this? Let me just clarify and just throw it out there. We've been dealing with cancer, AIDS, and a bunch of other sickness for decades, way before my parents were born, way before I was born, and it just keeps going and going and dragging on. Yet we don't have a vaccine for any of that. Yet we don't have a cure for any of that. All of a sudden, a new virus hits the streets, a new virus hits everybody, and pretty much stops the economy, pretty much stops everything in the world. And all of a sudden, in a matter of a year or less than a year, we have that vaccine. To me, that's just kind of weird. To me, it's just kind of like, why? How is it that we got that vaccine already for the COVID-19, but we don't have the cure for these other things? But then it hits me. Oh, that's right. Because COVID-19 is stopping our economy, is pretty much kind of giving us this slump of, this pretty much is holding everything back, and the economy is going down, and the other sicknesses really don't affect us. So, let's just keep sucking people's money and time with treatments and doctor's appointments and this and this and that, and let's not give them a cure so we can keep getting more money and the rich can keep getting richer, right? That's what I think. But again, to each their own point of view. Will I get vaccinated? I'm still 50-50. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am for to getting vaccinated because for my family, for my kids, I don't want to get infected with COVID-19 and affect my kids and affect my wife and affect my health. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, it's just weird. I'm like yes and no. I'm 50-50 right now. I have to keep doing my research and keep learning on why the COVID-19 vaccine and stuff like that. And there's just so many things around COVID-19, around COVID in general. There's just still baffles me, and it still kind of just stumps me there. Why? A lot of things. For example, you have to keep your safe distance from a person because you don't know if they're contaminated or not, or infected or whatever. And you have to keep your safe distance when you're outside in a restaurant to get inside to the restaurant. But once you're inside the restaurant, you can sit together with your friends and family and take off your mask and talk and blah, blah, blah. And so it's like, so what happened? COVID can't come into restaurants because it doesn't like restaurants, or what? Oh, for example, my dad went out to travel not too long ago, and he was telling me about how they were keeping a safe distance in the gate before boarding the plane, and how they were like, there were security guards checking that people were keeping their safe distance. But then when they're inside the plane, they're pretty much elbow to elbow and breathing the same recycled air that that's in the plane. And I'm just like, what again? What? ¿Qué pasa, señor? Like seriously. And then the other one is, they told us as parents to please, when we go drop off the kids, to make sure that the kids keep a safe distance. And when the kids, before they go into school and before they open the gate, they have to stand in line and keep a safe distance from their classmates and whatnot. But yet, when we go pick up the kids from school, the parents are like a herd of sheep, just like all bunched up together, walking through this little narrow door to try to go pick up their kids. And I'm just like, so let me get this straight. So COVID doesn't work at that time. He hasn't clocked in yet. COVID hasn't clocked in to come in and infect us. Like, and then there's the other of, you can't go out after 10 p.m. at night or 11 p.m. at night, because God forbid you're out after that time, you're going to get COVID, because COVID don't work during the day. COVID works overnight. So please do not head out at 11 because you're going to get COVID. It's just, I'm telling you guys, for me, this whole COVID thing, it's just, it's a really debatable subject. It's a really touchy subject. I think, in my point of view, it is a virus. I think it was created in a lab and it was released to the public as a test. That's just my point of view. And, it's just the way, in my own point of view, my own opinion, just the way how government is just trying to little by little trying to control things and trying to control the population and the people in general and everything and stuff. And it's just hard because we are this sheep, just basically we're being just maneuvered and dragged on from one place to the other. But anyways, I'm going out of the subject. Let's go back to the subject, which is the vaccine between the U.S. and Spain. So in the U.S., it is more accessible to get the vaccine. It's an easier route to get the vaccine than it is here in Spain. And also, if you're coming from the U.S. to Spain, which I don't know if the borders are open yet for Spain, after May 8th, we'll know if it's going to be open or not. But if you're coming from the U.S. to Spain, you have to have your vaccine, obviously, because they want to let you in. You have to have your negative test also done, if so they can prove that you're not infected and whatnot. You guys, it's a huge hassle to travel right now outside of Spain or into Spain. So I would just hold off on any travel. But anyways, we've gotten emails because from the US and stuff saying that, hey, if you want to go get the vaccine, we can go ahead and get it and stuff. And we've actually thought about, let's just travel, let's just go back home, get the vaccine, and then come back. Because here in Spain, the way things are going, we are probably not going to get vaccinated until probably 2024 or 2025. Yes, I know it sounds bad. You're probably thinking, man, you have to deal with this. Yes, I do have to deal with this, because that's how slow things are here in Spain. Vaccines in the US are easier to get to than vaccines here in Spain. So if you're in the US and you're complaining about, they're not doing it fast enough, if we haven't gotten that vaccine, blah 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 blah, quit your complaining. All right, at least your family members, or even probably yourself, you probably already got the first dose of the vaccine. We haven't even gotten a dose of vaccine. We haven't even been told by the government that a first dose is coming out. So we're just kind of poof, up in the air, and then they're still trying to control when we can go out, what we can do, what we cannot do, how many people can be together at once in our house, and how many people can be together in a restaurant, if we're going to be out of the state of emergency on May 8th, if we can travel within our own borders. For example, I can't leave Galicia. I can't leave my state. In other words, I can't leave my state. I have to wait until they meet together, the government decides if it's possible, and for us to go out and about and travel to Madrid or Barcelona or even Portugal or stuff like that. We can't leave. We're pretty much jailed in our own state, and we have to do basically what we're told. So I see the news in the US about people not wearing face masks, about people just doing whatever, just having this freedom and just having this life, protesting Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter, but nobody talks about Brown Lives Matter or Immigrant Lives Matter. But we'll get into another subject in another video, but I'm just not going to get into that right now. But anyways, I see all this stuff happening in the US, and I'm just like, And I hear people go, no, the government is. I'm like, you have more freedom than we do up in here in Spain. Like, what you complaining about? You got freedom. You're not wearing a face mask. I have to wear a face mask. If I'm not wearing a face mask, I can get fined. I can get fined for not wearing a face mask. I won't be allowed into places because I'm not wearing a face mask. And I heard places in the U.S. there are face mask free, and people are still complaining. Don't complain. Like, stuff here in Spain is not that simple as back at home. So, in this round, we'll give it to the U.S. for winning this round in the vaccine and the freedom of COVID-19 compared to Spain. Are things going to get easier? I hope so. Are things going to get better? I really pray so, that things get better, because I'm getting sick and tired of this whole controlling, this whole face mask thing, this whole like, you can't get out of this time, you can't go here, you can't go do that. My kids have to wear a face mask when they go soccer training, when they have a soccer game, when they go to swimming class, when they go to the park, when we go out to the mall, when we go to anything. It's just irritating. And I wish the government here in Spain could move things faster so we can get the vaccine and we can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. So will that happen? I don't know. I hope so, but then again, it's Spain, you guys. Come on, yo, like I'm not. Yeah, you know, you get what I'm saying. I've said it so many times in so many different videos, so I'm not even gonna go back into it. Anyways, with that being said, I hope today's video was informative. I hope you found it enjoyable. I hope you liked it, and if you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell, hit the little thumbs up if you like the videos also, and leave me in the comments your thoughts on COVID-19 vaccine. Are you pro it? Are you against it? Will you take it? Have you taken it? Have you had any side effects? Are we getting ready for the zombie apocalypse? What's gonna happen? Let me know in the comments, you guys, and I will see you on the next episode of Sway Vlogs. Peace out.